Does your cat follow you from room to room? Do they show up the moment you walk into the kitchen, sit outside the bathroom door, or reappear at your feet the second you settle onto the couch? If you're watching this video, chances are you already know this feeling. You just haven't been able to explain it. Here's what no one tells you. Most people look at this behavior and smile. They think it's cute, sweet even. And then they move on with their day without ever understanding what their cat was actually trying to communicate. That is a mistake. Because what's hiding inside this one simple behavior, following you, is a layered message that goes far deeper than affection. It touches instinct, biology, trust, and something that researchers are only recently beginning to name properly. I'm going to walk you through all of it today, and I'm saving the most important part for the very end, something most cat owners wish they had understood years earlier. You'll want to stay until the last word, trust me on this one. Let's start with the obvious explanation because we need to clear it out of the way. Most people assume their cat follows them because they're hungry, or bored, or because they've been trained, accidentally, to expect food whenever the human moves. And yes, sometimes that's true. A cat who sprints to the kitchen every time you stand up has probably learned that movement equals meals. But here's the problem with that explanation. It doesn't hold up under observation. Cats follow their humans into rooms where no food has ever appeared. They follow you into the bathroom, into closets, into home offices at 2 in the morning. They follow you when you're sick and lying still and offering nothing at all. If this were purely about resources, it would stop the moment the resource expectation fails. But it doesn't stop. It also doesn't explain why the behavior is selective. If a cat follows its primary human, and only that person, even when other people in the household are moving around and offering food, then hunger is not the mechanism at work. And it doesn't explain why cats who have been well-fed, stimulated, and enriched still choose, again and again, to be wherever you are. The real reason your cat follows you is not practical. It is relational. Your cat is not tracking resources. Your cat is tracking you. Here's something that will change how you see your cat's behavior permanently. Cats navigate the world primarily through scent. Their olfactory system is roughly 14 times more powerful than yours. To your cat, every person, object, and space in your home has a scent signature. And those signatures are in constant communication with your cat's nervous system, telling them what's safe, what's familiar, what's theirs. And your scent? Your scent is the center of their map. When your cat follows you from room to room, they are in part reinforcing and updating that map. You are a moving landmark. When you sit in a new chair, you deposit your scent there. When you walk a new path, you leave a trail. Your cat follows not just because they want to be near you, but because your presence literally defines the boundaries of their safe world. Research in feline olfactory behavior has confirmed that cats can detect micro changes in human body chemistry, shifts caused by stress hormones, illness, and even emotional states, before those changes become visible or audible to anyone else. Science is finally catching up to what cat owners have felt intuitively for centuries, that our cats respond to something real inside us, something we're not consciously broadcasting. When your cat follows you, they are reading the air you leave behind. They are orienting themselves inside the world you create. If this is already making you see your cat differently, you're exactly the kind of person this channel exists for. Hit subscribe and join a community of people who want to understand their cats at a real, deeper level. And give this video a like. It genuinely helps more people find it. Your cat is approximately 10,000 years ago right now. Stay with me. Wild cats, the small, solitary hunters your cat descends from, were extraordinarily territorial. They maintained mental maps of their range, tracked the movements of threats and prey, and used proximity as the primary tool for safety management. Being close to something safe meant being far from something dangerous. When cats began living alongside humans, that wiring didn't disappear, it redirected. You have become the safe landmark, the home base. The thing the ancient part of your cat's brain categorizes as, "This is where I am protected." Following you isn't just affection, It is your cat's evolved survival strategy now entirely aimed at you. In the wild, staying close to a safe territory anchor increased survival odds. In your apartment, now you are the territory anchor. This is why the behavior intensifies during stress, during moves, renovations, new people in the home. When your cat's environment becomes uncertain, their ancient programming says, find the anchor. Find what's safe. And they find you. What was once a survival behavior in the wild is now, in your home, an act of complete trust. The most vulnerable thing a cat can do is let someone matter to them. Your cat has decided you matter, and they show it every time they follow you down the hall. Following is one behavior, but watch how they follow you. That's where the real message lives. A cat who follows with their tail straight up, tip slightly curved, is broadcasting confidence and affection. That tail position is the feline equivalent of a smile. It's reserved for beings they feel truly safe with. You don't get that tail for strangers. A cat who follows close but doesn't touch is monitoring you. They're nearby but maintaining independence, which is actually a sign of security. A nervous cat won't follow at all. Distance is fear. Proximity is trust. A cat who follows and then slow blinks at you when you turn around is completing a conversation. The slow blink in cat language is an expression of non-threat and emotional openness. They followed you, made eye contact, and told you, I'm not here because I'm anxious. I'm here because I chose this. And a cat who follows you and then presses their head or body against your leg? That's scent marking. That's your cat saying to every invisible audience in the world, this person is mine. Every variation of this behavior is a sentence. You just needed the translation. Here's the part that tends to stop people cold. Your cat doesn't just follow you in the moment. They anticipate you. They know when you wake up. They know when you usually eat. They know the sound of your keys, the specific creak of your chair, the rhythm of your footsteps versus everyone else's in the house. Studies in feline behavioral chronobiology, the science of how animals organize time, have shown that domesticated cats shift their activity peaks to align with their primary human's schedule, not with food delivery, with the person. Cats whose owners work night shifts become more nocturnal. Cats in quiet households with early risers become morning active. They are not adapting to a schedule. They are adapting to you. This means your cat has, over months and years, quietly restructured their biology around your presence, and their sleep, their alert periods, their rest, all of it shaped by the architecture of your life. That is not a casual attachment. That is devotion expressed through the body's own clock. There's a study most people have never heard of. It found that cats alter their behavior in response to human emotional states. Not just obvious ones like crying or laughing, but subtle internal shifts that haven't yet reached the surface of behavior. Your cat may know you're stressed before you've admitted it to yourself. They read micro changes in your posture, the speed and weight of your footsteps, the quality of your breathing, changes in your skin temperature and chemistry. When you're unwell, you smell different, and your cat notices. This is why cats seek out their owners during illness. This is why they stay closer during grief. This is why, on your worst days, you sometimes find them simply there, without explanation, without invitation. They didn't follow you that time because they wanted something, while they followed you because they detected something and they decided their place was beside you. Your cat is not just bonded to you. Your cat is reading you constantly, quietly, without ever needing you to ask. Now we reach the part I promised you at the beginning. What does it mean when the following stops? When a cat who has always tracked your movements suddenly stays behind. When they no longer appear at your feet, no longer wait outside the door, no longer reorganize themselves around you. That is not a mood. That is a message. Sometimes it is physical. Pain, illness, or injury makes movement costly. A cat who has stopped following may be conserving energy for a reason you cannot yet see. Joint disease, respiratory illness, neurological changes, all of these can reduce mobility before any other symptom becomes obvious. If the change is sudden, it warrants a vet visit, not tomorrow, soon. Sometimes it is environmental. A change in the home, a new animal, a new person. A significant disruption can cause a cat to retreat and contract their world. They're not rejecting you, they're protecting themselves. The answer is patience and restored routine. And sometimes this is the hardest one. It is emotional. Cats can experience grief, depression, and anxiety in ways that mirror human withdrawal. When the following stops and nothing physical explains it, your cat may be struggling in a way that requires your attention, your gentleness, and your time. The following was never just a habit, it was communication. And when the communication goes quiet, the message is still there. It's just asking you to listen differently. You've spent the last several minutes learning what it means when your cat chooses to be near you. Now you know what it means when they don't. Pay attention, not with alarm, but with love. Because your cat has been paying attention to you all along, and now you know exactly how much that means.